Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, let's talk some wet shaving and some other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on, here's what I got. Yeah, I got a nice, hot, steaming cup of Trader Joe's Autumn Maple Coffee. I've featured this before. I'm coming down to my last little bit of it. Made a pot of it this morning for this video. It's really good. I love the maple flavor and the maple scent of it. Very nice. I don't know if they have it anymore. It was limited time, but if you got a Trader Joe's near you, yeah, this is a good one. It really is. Okay. And well, you know, autumn's winding down. Pretty soon it'll be winter. So yeah, finishing this coffee up for the autumn season. And check out the mug. Yeah, this is SophiaJolieShops.com. I happen to have the card here, and I just did a recent review of their shaving soap. It was a really nice shaving soap. Gave me a really nice slick lather. They reached out to me, wanted me to review their soap, and I was more than happy to do it. They also included a bar of their lemongrass and peppermint, and boy, this scent is really, really nice. Now, their shaving soap doesn't have a scent. It's unscented. And there it is in my Vanderhagen Apothecary mug. I used it again this morning. Had a really, really nice shave with it. It gives a really nice, slick lather. Not a big, thick Santa beard lather, but a nice, slick lather. And as viewer Thomas Jefferson pointed out, you can always add your own essential oils to it, like a couple of drops of peppermint essential oils, and then you got a scented soap. So if you want to do that, and that's something I am going to do, just to give it a try. And yeah, but this was really, really nice, and the puck fit very nicely in this Vanderhagen mug. And I found that, you know, if you have an apothecary mug that's a little narrower at the bottom and you get their soap, you can always just, you know, use a potato peeler and peel the outside diameter of it to fit it in there, and take the scraps and kind of just mash them down. You'll be good to go. So yeah, SophiaJolieShops.com. I'll have links below again. But yeah, I really enjoyed the shaves I've had with the soap so far. So they were very kind enough to send along a coffee mug with their soap samples. So I had a really, really nice shave, really nice people. Again, check them out. Let's get to some of these questions here. Speaking of building a lather, this question comes from Ron Culliner. Hi, Mark. Do you think it is necessary to dry synthetic brushes on a brush holder? Synthetic brushes dry faster than a boar or badger brush. What are your thoughts? Best, Ron. Yeah, well, you know, everybody, usually when you get into wet shaving, you get a nice razor stand like this, right? And that's my Vikings Blade Chieftain Odin Edition razor, and my Vikings Blade Fire Mare brush hanging there. I had a shave with the Odin razor this morning, and yeah, after I'm done shaving with a brush, I like to put it on this razor stand like this. But the question is that necessary? There has been an online conversation, let's say debate conversation, in wet shaving forums for quite some time, from what my research indicates, where people debate, wet shavers debate, whether or not it's necessary to hang a brush like this to let it dry, or just let it stand like that on your counter and let it dry. Now, some people note, hey, they have flat bases for a reason. Just put them like that and they'll dry out. And others are saying, you know, hang them up. Wet shavers have even gone so far as to cite scientific evidence and proof of one way being better than another. I will say this, that I have found that with synthetic brushes, they dry so quickly. And you've seen my videos where I show you that the brush is 90 to 98% dry, that I have found with some of my larger brushes, like this Yaki 30mm brush right here. I don't have a stand big enough for this. I could buy a specific stand for this, but I find that when I dry this out and just give it a gentle wring and do a little buffing on a towel, that I just end up putting like that on the counter, and it's fine. Now, with natural hair brushes, like, well, I got a Badger brush from the Art of Shaving here, and I got a Badger brush, Vikings Blade Dark Stallion. A bore brush like this Simode might be a different story, and again, that's where some debate comes into question as to whether or not it's better to hang a brush or to let it stand up like that. I haven't seen any ill effects from putting a synthetic brush like this and standing it like that because the majority of it is already dry. Some folks suggest that if you take a natural hairbrush, any shaving brush, and you stand it up like that, that the evaporation process is more beneficial. That somehow the water evaporates more quickly when it is upright like this rather than inverted. Again, the debate goes on. With synthetic brushes, because they dry so quickly on the spot, I don't think it's an issue one way or the other. And as I say, I have taken my Yaki brush and I have just set it on the counter like that after I dry it out, and I've seen no ill effects from doing that. I think we can all agree, though, that after you're done using your brush and rinsing it out and drying it, let it air dry out in the open. Do not put it in a medicine cabinet or another enclosed space. Let it air dry out in the open, and then you'll be good to go. So my thoughts are synthetic brushes, they dry so quickly, I don't think it matters. Aesthetically, it looks really nice on a stand like this, and I do hang out the brushes that fit on the stand. I do hang them like this. It looks great, and majority of the time they're dry anyhow, and it's just a nice place to keep the brush. It looks great on the counter, that sort of thing. Natural brushes, I guess the debate goes on. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. I don't think it matters with the synthetic brush though. Specifically with synthetic brushes, they dry so quickly, they just throw the water off. Just a few flicks like this and some buffing, and they're dry. So I don't think it really matters much with synthetic brushes. I think the debate will go on regarding natural hair brushes. And a lot of folks, a lot of wet shavers report that they will take their natural hairbrush and just, after they're done drying it, just let it dry out like this, and they've reported no ill effects over a number of months and years. So I guess it's just a matter of which you prefer. Your mileage may vary, that sort of thing. But for synthetic brushes, I think it's a moot point. All right, hey, thanks very much for that question, Ron. I really do appreciate it. It also leads me to this comment that Sheldon Quinn left on my video review of his shaving soap, Tobacco Road Luxury Shave Soap. Did a review of it. And he also enclosed this product, and I want to mention to you, because I failed to mention to you in previous videos, this Shave Brush Miracle right here that he sent along. I have yet to open it up and use it. And he wrote, "Say, Mark, have you tried the Shave Brush Miracle? I would love your feedback on the product. You may have to repeat once or twice, but your feedback is important to me. You can also maintain a brush with it just by using a few drops, diluting it with water, and soaking the brush for 5 minutes. The solution absorbs soap residue while adding emollients that nourish the bristles. We have released the product, and so far the feedback has been good, but your opinion matters to me, so if you can give it a try, I would be appreciative." Yeah, I am planning on using it and going through my brushes to figure out which one really needs cleaning. But for those of you out there that have a brush that needs cleaning, you might want to check this out. Shave Brush Miracle. And he also sent along an information card. And the instructions for use here are: pour about 1/4 of a bottle into a cup, swirl and saturate the brush with the mixture, leave the brush upright overnight, rinse vigorously in hot water, repeat if necessary. So those are the instructions on this instruction card, and I would assume that's for a brush that has a heavy amount of, I would assume, a heavy amount of soap residue that needs to be cleaned, or a brush that hasn't been cleaned for quite some time. And as he says, a couple of drops every once in a while will maintain the brush. So yeah, I am definitely going to give it a try and do a review of it down the road. Just have to go through my brushes and figure out which one needs to be cleaned the most. So thanks very much for that, Sheldon. And again, folks, Shave Brush Miracle. I'm sure it's on his website. I'll have a link below where you can also find this. And I think it's a great idea. So, and again, the instructions for use are on the label, and I'm sure they'll get an instruction card with that to remind you how to use it. So that's great. Now, next question, the next comment, the next question. This came up in my mild safety razors review. And Mike Rose wrote, I'm surprised you put the Fatip in the mild category. I'd at least call it medium. I don't believe it's anywhere close to a Gillette Tech, and that's mild. Laugh out loud. Well, you know, as I pointed out to him in the comments section, I wanted to share with you as well. The Fatip Grande, prior to 2017, was much more aggressive than the Fatip Grandes made after 2017. And I happen to have a Fatip Grande that is post 2017. And I found it to be a nice, mild, efficient razor. Very much in the same league as the Schon, or actually I think it's pronounced Schuna in German. And the Schuna is made in the same factory as the Fatip Grande. Both of these are solid brass razors that are nickel plated. You can get them in gold plating as well, but I chose to get them in nickel plating because that's a nice throwback to the vintage Gillettes that we're all so fond of, which were brass razors that were nickel plated. So the cap, the base plate, and the handle on both of these are solid brass, and they're nickel plated. The handles are hollow, but it still has some nice weight and balance to them. I have found the Schuna to be milder, a little milder than the Fatip Grande. However, for me, they're both in the mild category, and I think this is because they're both made post 2017. Now, another viewer named Kalman 84, that's C-A-O-M-H-A-N 84, commented in the comment section of my review of the Schuna razor. And he wrote, my Fatip from 2010 or thereabouts, he says, has worse plating issues than my gold Schuna just purchased. While there is some slight pitting on the handle, the rest of it is as good as the old gold finish Merkers. I enjoy the updated head too. The old Fatip head prior to 2017 was utterly ridiculous in how aggressive it was. This is better. It's also heavier, meaning the Schuna. Overall, I'm satisfied, but since it's made by Fatip, you know, who knows? If you get a good one, great. If you don't, expect plating issues. I haven't seen any plating issues on mine at all. But since they're brass and not Zamac, if you lose plating, at least it won't fall apart. I haven't had any plating issues with this, but he was saying that the Schuna is a nice mild razor, and I have found the Fatip Grande, in my opinion, to be a nice mild razor as well. Maybe this one, the Schuna, is a little milder than the Fatip, but they're both mild, they're both very, very efficient, and they're both great razors. So the point is, if you do find yourself purchasing a Fatip Grande on eBay, used, and you're getting a good price on it, find out if it's made prior to 2017 or after 2017, and that will tell you a lot as to how aggressive the razor is. Now, because it's made prior to 2017 as an aggressive razor, doesn't mean it's a bad razor. A lot of wet shavers out there want the more aggressive Fatip made prior to 2017. Me, I tend to like something that's more on the neutral down to mild side, which is why I like this one right here, because it is a nice mild shave. And yeah, I like it a lot. And again, both of these are made in the same factory by Fatip, and the Schuna is sold under the Schuna label. Both brass, nickel plated, really, really nice razors. So I just wanted to share that with you. And of course, the Fatip Piccolo has the same great razor head as the Grande, and again, it's same nice mild razor made post 2017. So just wanted to share that with you. All right, that's it. That's all I wanted to mention today. Thanks very, very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like, hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out my blog for my comic strip George at georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this, as I say. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marksraven, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very, very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.